All right. 1 hour motivation, meditation, inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it. So let's go ahead and start talking about how a lot of people from the past have actually utilized what I'm talking about, how they've utilized these types of things to achieve their dreams. There's have been a lot of people throughout time that have studied time itself. They have studied the level of focus within themselves. They have found the place inside of themselves to hit a stage called focus. And so, what is focus? What does it mean to be focused? What does it mean to get to the place where the challenges that you face off against on a daily basis come from your mind, from the ability to achieve that kind of focus on a daily basis? Is that up to you? Ask yourself these types of questions. Can I achieve that? Can I get to that place inside of myself where I'm willing to grind on a daily basis, where I'm able to prepare my mind before anything else? And so I was sitting there listening to The Richest Man in Babylon, and he talked about paying yourself first. And so I started to relate that to a daily, making sure that no matter what, for 10% of every single day, I was going to make sure to give time to myself. Give time to the ability to invest in you. Give time to the person that you are. Make sure that you put your level of focus there with yourself. That you give yourself that kind of time. That you actually create that kind of mastery. That the person that you are inside starts to become a reflection on the outside. And so when we start to focus to that point, we start to get to that place, when we start to achieve those kinds of dreams, we start to head inwards. We start to focus to the point where we start using the tools that we have. And what are some of the tools that you can use for yourself? Ask yourself this type of question, because the things that I'm thought of are positivity. They're the ability to take the things that you do have, the ability to focus on the things that you can do, and the things that you can utilize on a daily basis. And so what are some of the things that you can utilize on a daily basis? What are some of the ways that you can utilize yourself at your optimum performance, at the optimum self on a daily basis? Can you get down with who you are? Can you start to focus on your challenges? Can you start to focus on overcoming these things? Can you get to that place inside of yourself where you start to utilize focus? Because when we utilize focus, what happens is other people see the reflection of motivation. They see the person that you are focusing, utilizing the tools and the tasks that you have. What kind of tasks and tools do you have available to you? Are you utilizing this universe in such a way that your tool is your focus, that your tool is your weapon, that your tool is your ability to go within yourself? Are you on your grind with you? Is it you versus you? Because the only person that you face off against is yourself. When you face off against yourself and you overcome that person, there's no one on the outside that can achieve that. There's no one on the outside that can achieve what you can when you get to that place inside of yourself. And I'm here to tell you it's possible. I'm here to tell you that you can achieve that. That you can set yourself goals in front of you and they can happen. And I'm here to tell you that through focusing, that becomes possible. Through focusing, the ability to utilize the things that you have inside become able. That the blessings from the Most High come to you through you. And that you can be utilized as a tool. And that the tools that you have are available to you. And so how can we utilize focus to that level? How can we start to heat up this universe in such a way that it tests you? Can you see the tests inside in front of yourself and all of the failures as successes? Can you put them in front of yourself where Newton's third law of motion, for each action an equal and opposite, works in your favor? Can you focus to the point where both of them bring you closer to your goals, your achievements, your dreams? Can you see that everything that happens is meant and tailor-made for you? That you have a personal parking spot called you, where the challenges that you face off against you overcome on a daily basis? Can you focus to that place where it ain't about somebody else, where other people think that they want you, but ultimately you want yourself? You want to be who you are on the inside, because it's hardcore to be who you are. It is hard to be who you are on the inside, to get to the place where you are so hard that the core is there for you. And that is what I'm talking about. I am talking about the utilization of the tools that you have so that you can achieve your dreams, so that you can achieve your goals, so that you can achieve the things that you want to become, so that you can start to focus on the things that bring you closer to you. And I'm telling you that when that happens, people are going to move out of the way. They're going to move to the side so that you can achieve those things. And you're going to have to do them at one at a time. You're going to have to take on one task and do it better than other people. And the only way to do that is to focus. The only way to achieve that is to focus. The only way to get to that place is to focus. And so what does it mean to do that on a daily basis? What does it mean to be a part of that on a weekly basis, a yearly basis? At what point do people start to recognize that you are focused, that you are achieving your dreams, that you are achieving your goals? And so when the failures come, they're there to bring you up. They're there to help you to lift yourself back up, because if you don't fall, you can't get back up. And if you can't get back up, then you can't focus. And so focusing is such a special tool. It is such a special place to get to that kind of place where we start to utilize these types of things, like the ability to write stuff down, like the ability to utilize the challenges that you have in your favor. And that all comes from the mentality. It all comes from the ability to have an able mentality, that the things that are not meant for you move out of the way. And I'm telling you, you can do this. You can achieve this. You can become this. If you believe in yourself, if you believe on the person that you are on the inside, and that is what matters. And you don't need nobody else to do that for you, because you got to do it for yourself. And so when you uplift yourself to that point where you achieve that kind of a dream, when you start to achieve those types of things, and the mastery comes from that level of focus, where this universe has the ability to utilize you, where this universe has the ability to see the blessing that you are, that this universe is adapted for you, and that the Most High is utilizing you as a blessing. It's utilizing you as a energy, as a focus of such a way that the things that are not meant for you, they move out of the way. And so when these things start to move out of the way, recognize that we have to fail to succeed. That the failures that you go through are there to help to uplift you. They're help to uplift you to where you can achieve your dreams, where your goals can become possible, where your person is that kind of universal energy, where the things that you have inside of yourself light up this world. And I'm talking about getting to the place where the focus goes from the outside in. I'm talking about the ability to utilize the things like writing stuff down, like putting all the things down in front of you so you can see it. So when you can see it, you can achieve it. Like a mountain, you can climb up a mountain, but it's to see the mountain is the most important piece. Because if you can see the mountain, then you can get up the mountain. And so are we doing that on our daily? Are we putting ourselves in that kind of a place? Are we achieving those kinds of dreams? Are we getting to that kind of reflection? Are we achieving things that other people are being uplifted from your own level of focus? Are you down with yourself? Are you getting to that place inside of you where what matters is you? What type of challenges you face off against, you uplift other people from there. You uplift other people from the ability to truly be you versus you. It ain't you versus somebody else. It's never you versus your brother, sister, mother, father, or anybody. What matters is when you face off against yourself, when you're honest with yourself, when you get to the place where you're so focused on the things that you want to achieve. When you start to achieve those kinds of dreams, this universe starts to become a blessing. It becomes a place for you to be uplifted, and recognizing that that is possible is for you, and recognizing that that can happen for you is there. And so what kind of tools do we use? Do we put ourselves in a place where positivity is a utilization, where each negative can be turned towards positive, where each thing that we go through is leveled because it moves aside, where it actually starts to become from within you, where the reflection on the outside is coming from within. And so that's when people start to see you. They start to study you. They start to see your level of focus as motivation. They start to see that that reflection from your own level of focus is what they call you. And some of those people will call you strong. They're going to call you determined. They're going to call you a reflection. And some of those people are going to say that you don't got what it takes. But you got to believe in yourself when you're so focused that the things that are meant for you are there to uplift you. They're meant for you to be against yourself, to have that kind of challenge, to overcome those types of things come from focus. They come from the ability to get down with yourself inside, to grind from within out, to get to that place where you start to utilize that inwards. You start to utilize that absorption. You start to utilize that self. You start to utilize those kinds of challenges as a place for you. And it is tailor-made for you. And so you can turn it into a blessing. You can turn it into a path. You can turn it into a journey. And you can take yourself and put yourself in that place where it's only you versus you. And when other people see it ain't about somebody else, it's you versus you, that's when they see that you have strength. They start to see that you have focus, that you are so focused that that is a determination, and that's how you achieve your dreams. And the person who focuses and continues to focus when other people would say it's not possible achieves their dreams. And so if you want to achieve the person that you are on the inside, recognize that what I'm talking about is possible for you. It's possible for you to see that you can achieve this. And it's little by little. It doesn't all start at once. It doesn't all start at one place. It doesn't all start at one time. It requires you to be patient with yourself, to start to master the tool of focus, to start to master the tool of positivity, to put yourself in a place where you utilize this, where the challenges that you face off against you achieve, where the challenges that you face off against you overcome, where the challenges inside of yourself become that kind of reflection. And so if you are focused, if you are so focused that the things that aren't meant for you move out of the way, then the true person inside of yourself will come out. The person who is there for you to be a light in this world. And when you see this kind of a light in this world, the unstoppable force inside of yourself starts to become a reflection on the outside. And that kind of reflection on the outside becomes a reflection of determination. And so the person who is so focused to the point where the things start to become possible, other people start to call them strong. They start to call them determined. They start to call them a reflection of motivation. And so when we start to get to that place where we're absorbing this, where we're getting down with this kind of mastery, we started to get to this place inside of ourselves where we master our level of focus. Where 30 minutes on focus is not too long. Where 30 minutes on focus is not too great. Where 30 minutes on focus is not too irrelevant. It is definitely relevant to get to that place. Are you writing stuff down? Are you putting yourself in a place where that mindset is coming out? Where you're taking the negative and the positive and turning into positivity? Where that challenges that you are using are there for you? Are you there with yourself? Are you achieving those kind of dreams? Are you getting to that place where those challenges are tailor-made for you? And I'm telling you, those challenges are made specifically for you to overcome. And it's the person who's willing to travel through that and go through fire and brimstone to find themselves that ends up ultimately achieving their dreams. Because when you get to that place where those challenges don't have anything because all you got is you, then the tools that you have inside of yourself start to work. They start to say to you, it is possible that you can achieve these things. And when the universe asks you the question, can you do this? You answer back with, yes, I can. And yes, you can with that kind of a victory, with that kind of a blessing, with that kind of relationship with the Most High, that it uplifts other people, that they see that blessing from the Most High be working through you. And so when you see that for yourself, when you see that kind of determination, when you see that kind of reflection of determination from your level of focus, that is when other people see that you are a blessing. They start to see that you are absolutely determined beyond focus. And when you achieve this level of focus, the inwards absorption becomes easy. It becomes a utilization of the tools in this universe. And I'm telling you, it's possible for you. But you got to put yourself with what you got. It ain't about what you don't have. It's about what you got inside of yourself. It's about using what you have. It's about hearing what I'm saying and getting down with yourself. It's about recognizing that that's what it takes. It takes one person to get to the place of focus where they utilize the tasks that they have. You utilize the journey that you're on. You utilize the place that you are. You turn it into an able mentality. Turn it into an able ability. You turn it into a ability to overcome your own challenges, to put yourself in this place to continue to truck when other people would just stop. when other people would say it's not possible, when other people would say it's not available, because it ain't you versus them, it's you versus yourself. It's you versus yourself 100% of the time. And that's the only thing that you got to overcome is you. You got to find the place inside of yourself for that kind of determination. And this fight ain't against somebody else. It's against yourself. It's against the person inside of you that says, go ahead and sleep. Are you getting up? Are you putting yourself out there? Are you continuing in 100-degree weather to determine and to uplift other people? Are you putting yourself in that kind of a place to have that kind of a focus? Are you so determined that it doesn't matter the place that you are because it's what's going on inside of you? I'm talking to that person that might have just lost their job yesterday, today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. It won't change the fact of focus. It won't change the fact that you can achieve it. And if you are in a position to get to that place higher, it's going to require you becoming a motivation. And to get to that place of reflection and motivation is going to require you to focus. And so that's why this works for everybody, from the professional to the son to the brother, the sister, the mother, to the companions that you have. Focusing on learning how to study, focusing on how to utilize this, focusing on writing stuff down, turning everything into positivity, putting yourself in a place where you dominate your walk. Are you so focused that it achieves this? Are you so focused that it puts you in this kind of a place where other people have nothing but to see the determination coming inside of you, and they see that kind of reflection radiating outwards, where they see the blessings inside of yourself and understand that you got this, that you can achieve this, that you can do this. And when other people see this inside of you, they start to see the blessings that come out of you. They start to see the understanding within you. They start to see that you can do this, you can achieve this, and that it is possible. But it ain't going to be if you put somebody else in a place to face off against yourself. It's going to require you to face off against you. It's going to require you to drive you. So what is it that drives you? What is it that puts you in a place to wake up every morning? What is it that puts you in a place to focus to that point where what you have inside of yourself is determination? And what I'm talking about is getting down with the tools that you do have, because it's never going to be about what you don't have. And when things get taken from you, it's a blessing because more comes to you, because you utilize this universe in such a way that that is what it's about. It is about uplifting other people. It is about finding that person that you are truly inside and people starting to see you for that. It's about them seeing that you got what it takes. It's about getting down with who you are on the inside. It's about reflecting outwards from within yourself, and that the things that aren't meant for you move out of the way. And so when you start to see that the puzzle and the puzzle pieces start to match each other, it looks like a dark forest where there's no light, and in the fog you start to see the light. And so when you continue to write down the pages of you, when you continue to speak out the pages of you, when you start to allow yourself to study the people who have achieved those kind of levels of focus, then they uplift you. So it ain't against somebody else. So when somebody says that it's up to them for you, you tell them, you don't know me. You don't know the person that I am inside. You don't know what I'm possible of. You don't know my level of focus. You don't know that focus is my best friend. That the focus inside of myself is the ability to achieve this level of reflection, to achieve this level of determination, to achieve this level of light. That what it takes is not somebody else. It takes what's inside of me. It takes what's inside of you. It takes you to pull up yourself inside, to get that little man inside of yourself and say, we got this. And you can do this through focus. You can do this through the ability to achieve it. And so other people might call you strong. So let them call you strong. You call yourself focused. You call yourself a place of internal absorption. You call yourself simplicity. You call yourself simply me. I am simply myself. I will achieve simply my goals. I will achieve simply my dreams. I will achieve simply my ability to reflect outwards from within. That you will call me a determination. You will call me a reflection of inspiration. You will call me a reflection of motivation. And I will turn all of that into positivity. I will drive it in every single way possible. I will utilize what I do have and not what I don't have. And that's what you got. And that's how you do it. You get to the place where you utilize what you do have, where you start to get to the place where focus goes inwards, where the focus inside of yourself starts to become you,
where other people start to see you achieving that level of professionality, where when they see you in a position, you're mastering that one position, you're mastering that one day at a time, where we live every single day, one day at a time, one journey at a time, one place at a time, one mastery at a time, one relationship with the Most High at a time. What we're talking about is the ability to use what you have, never about what you don't have, to reflect outwards from within yourself, from your own level of focus, because it isn't somebody else that's going to lift you up. It's not somebody else that's going to pick you up when you're on the ground shaking. It's not somebody else that can do it for you. Nobody else can breathe for you. Nobody else can write for you. Nobody else can speak for you. Nobody else can learn for you. It's up to you to use what you have. It's up to you to see that you can do this, that you can achieve this, that it is possible, that you can find your dreams within yourself, that you can achieve things that other people might not see, that other people might not see what you got, but it's what you have inside of yourself that matters. And so when it's 1,000 or one person in front of you and you say to them, "You got this," do you truly mean it? Do you truly mean they got this? Do you truly mean that they can achieve this? Do you truly mean that it is possible? Because impossible is just a word for possibility. It's only the word for possibility once you achieve a level of mastery. You achieve things that other people would call impossible, because level of focus is possible. Finding that place inside of yourself to focus for 30 minutes on a day is possible. Achieving a level of focus where you use the ability to listen to other people and to listen to other people's motivation and understand their level of focus is possible. Finding the possibility inside of yourself to focus is possible. Mastering your dreams are possible. Mastering the person that you are inside is possible. Writing stuff down is possible. Speaking things out is possible. Achieving these kind of level of focus is possible. And so what does it take? It takes continuing when other people would quit. It takes continuing when other people would say you can't do this. It would take you putting yourself in a place to achieve the position that you want to do. It will take the person inside of you to achieve light beyond light. It will take the person inside of yourself to uplift other people. It will take the focus inside of yourself for other people to know you for you. It will take the person inside of you to see that that is what mastery is. The master of oneself. The master of one's level of focus, of one ability to have an able mentality, to have a place inside of ourselves that radiates outwards with light, radiates outwards from that level of heat coming inwards, from that level of heat coming in such a way that we start to absorb our level of focus, where we manifest our destiny, where we manifest our dreams, where the things around us come from within our own level of focus, that we can do this, that we can achieve this, that we can become this, that we can get to that place where the whole entire being inwards comes from our level of focus. That when you are writing stuff down, when you are writing stuff down, you can put your picture together. That you can put your picture together, and that the pieces of the puzzles are on that paper. That the pieces of that puzzle are in your listening. That the pieces of that puzzle are studying. That those pieces of those puzzle is turning things into positivity. That the pieces of that puzzle start to match your picture. That it starts to match your day, your week, your month, your year. And so when you start to achieve these kinds of dreams, when you start to get to this place inside of yourself, where the picture and the puzzle starts to meet, the paper and the pencil start to reach to the pages of the picture inside of yourself. That's why it's important to write stuff down. It's important to speak stuff out, because that sees the reality on the outside. That gets other people to see that you are such a reflection of determination, that you can achieve your dreams, that you can achieve your goals. And it doesn't matter about what they say. It matters what you say about yourself. And so when we see this, when we get to this place inside of ourselves, we start to absorb this level of focus. We start to utilize this to get inside of ourselves. We start to master the internal breath. The simplicity of the internal breath starts to become a part of it. The internal breath starts to become that level of focus. It starts to use this universe and magnitude beyond. And so when you start to see those people that have hit that place, it ain't because of somebody else, it's because it was them versus themselves. And that requires a level of focus beyond focus. That requires a determination that other people see your level of focus. Let them be the ones who